So those wildfires are still going. I don't see an end for those for a little while, obviously, because there's just horrible conditions are causing them to just carry on. I'm going to read this article here, a little bit of it, not too much. It's this is the Independent. It's kind of a bit of a dumpster fire, but they're a UK article, so obviously they're going to be a little dumpster fiery. Let's see what they have to say. So LA fires live updates. Death toll jumps to 25 as winds return, increasing fears of explosive fire growth. Firefighters are bracing for the return of ferocious Santa Ana winds, which are expected to fan the flames of massive wildfires raging across Southern California as the death toll climbs to at least 25 people. National Weather Service warned of a particularly dangerous situation with critical to extreme fire weather conditions anticipated to develop into midweek. Well, these conditions that they're saying are not all just weather conditions. These are a lot of it is inept government conditions, made by not clearing out vegetation, things like that. There's these large wooded areas, we'll say forests, such very close to residential districts should be cleaned and cleared. This helps to not spread fires as quickly, but California has always been a problem for this. They don't seem to want to do anything about it, which is irritating as hell, obviously, for anybody who's being affected directly by this. But it's just, and then this year, of course, this time they run out of water. I don't know how that happens. You live beside water. It seems that there should be some types of, water pumping stations in some way to pump in ocean water. I don't know anything about this, so I'm not going to play like I know anything about this, the geological effects of that, or even the infrastructure that would be needed to set up that kind of thing. But I'm sure they could do it. A very, people that are in need of something will find a way. So they're just not doing it. I think it's, it's a shame to waste a disaster when you're a government like this. So that's part of the problem for these guys. And realistically, we've known that Newsom's been pretty inept since COVID. Maybe before. I don't even know how long he's been in government for. Realistically, before COVID, I didn't really pay attention to government very much. But now he's just going to try and play hero, of course, after the fact, with his some of his executive actions now to try and speed up rebuild. Suddenly you can get around environmental conditions, that you couldn't before. It's funny. It was the whole San Francisco thing where they were able to clean up San Francisco really quick. So China didn't know how much of a dumpster fire it was. Same thing. It looks like they can get around all these EPA, environmental protection acts, and regulations and such to rebuild quickly. But it's good. It's good for politics when you're able to do that. What are you guys saying here? So, California's still burning, Robert. It's still burning, unfortunately. It's not funny. I'm not laughing at California. I feel very sad for the people there. I'm doing the wave thing again. Well, be with the wave, boys. My router's actually nowhere near me, so I don't know what's going on. Router's all the way over there. So something else is causing it, but maybe it's my phone. I'll move my phone. So I'll read a little bit more to this article. While peak winds will be weaker than they were last week, the agency said Monday that the combination of low relative humidity and 20 to 40 mile per hour offshore winds will support rapid fire growth and potential for extreme fire behavior. So it looks like this thing's just going to keep going on for a little while. It's got a lot to burn, a lot more homes, sadly. The agency's Los Angeles office said it anticipates gusts up to 70 miles per hour in mountainous regions of Los Angeles and Ventura counties. Gavin Newsom said firefighters and engines were pre-positioned around the region and warned residents to evacuate if they get the order to do so. Okay, so as of Monday morning, the fires have scorched more than 40,000 acres. Only 13% of the more than 23,000 acre Palisades fire has been contained. Wow. So there's still only 13%. And the Altadena and Pasadena is at 27% contained. So, this is a long way from finished, unfortunately. If you live in that area, you're dealing with hell for a little while. This is going to be a hellscape, and sadly, there's not going to be a lot of end. And this inept government has stepped in now, a little after the fact. Hopefully, they can do something. They probably will. Realistically, that's what these politicians do. They just step in the the 12th hour, and then they do something to make it look like they were in charge all along, when realistically we know they were inept for 11 and a half of those hours.